We're continuing with the rehabilitation of the old Steinway B hammer shank and hammerhead. You can see that the shafts are thicker on the B than the A, and the felts are quite a bit larger. Not only is there about twice as much useful felt at the business end, but the felt itself is quite large, but I will be grinding away those parts that are extra here and here. The process in total will be to clean up the wood, which is no big deal. I'll probably put a little bit of wool in the knuckle and resurface it. But the task at hand right now are these hinges. See, it's the way they're supposed to be. What happens is the metal pin jams in this piece of wood here hard, and then it moves in a felt, what's called pig eye, on both sides. But as they get old and absorb moisture and become a little sticky, they don't move well. But the pin is stationary in this part and moves in it. You can get them to move a little better just by wiggling them, but not much. So the process here, and I don't know if I have enough pins to do this job. So I've got to do 31 of them. I probably don't, but I'm going to just find out now how I'm doing. So the first step is to push out the pin. You want to be careful when you do this that you hit the pin absolutely accurately and don't hit the wool, because if you take the wool, it's going to take and push that wool right out. So there's the pin, and here's this, and this has got a little raised thing on both sides. That's interesting. And then we go here. So first thing, this is a burnishing tool here. I'm just coming in to see size-wise, what are we looking at here? So that's interesting here. I'm just kind of seeing what the size situation is. Now, this one's pretty tight, and it's only the second one of 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, or 8. It's only the second one, so let's take the first one. Maybe I'll get lucky and use a size of pin I don't use very much. Now this part here is kind of rough, so it kind of sands that felt. And I'll go ahead and just burnish it a little bit. That's flattening it and heating it. Makes it slippery. But I can tell right now what my problem's going to be. This hole, the pin has to be snug in. Let's try a small one. Let's try a 19. My concern is that I won't have enough of these to do the entire job. Okay, that is not snug enough. So a 19, or that was an 18, that's not snug enough. Let's try a 19. But see, I got two things that have to be snug. It has to be snug here, and that's not snug. As we move ourselves along here, bigger and bigger pins. That is just a hair small. We come to the next one. This is the size I really need. And I don't have enough to do it. I can just tell I only have one. This is burnished a little bit more. It'll do the job. So the problem is I just don't have very many pins of the needed size. And I don't think I have. That's my problem. It gets hot. That's how a burnishing tool works. 48. Kind of a thin one. Let's see how our fit is here. It's not really correct. Let's see how tight the 49 burnisher is. I don't want to take it too much. Tendency is always, when you take it a little bit too much, and you got to go up another pin size. That's not working. Still. A little bit too big. So I'm grinding it out. I'm going to test it again because, you know, these tolerances are very, very close. Not quite. Okay, let's come in here. And let's burnish and see what happens here. So I push on it and it heats it. The little rod here gets hot and it burnishes and heats that. And that gives the pin something pretty slick. That's not really good enough, but I can't go up to the next one. All I can do is just keep on working this one a little bit with this size burnishing tool. If I go to the next one, it'll be too loose to the pen. I just keep doing it until it's right. That's the feel that it's supposed to have. And this one is this. And that's actually correct. So what you do next is you take this, I'm going to put this into this position here, put the pin in, get it started in this wood. Use this tool to drive the pin in. You got to be careful on your alignment here. Come in slightly. Cut it off. And perfect. So it's snug, but it moves. Okay, so this problem is taken care of now, at least. But I know I'm going to need a boatload of pins this size. And my next little task will be to grind the head and rebuild the knuckle with a little bit of yarn. But that completes that repair. So that went pretty well. And I know that I need to order, what are these size here? This is this one right here, which is a 20. I need more 20s, and I need more 19 and a half, more 19 and a half, and 20. I need 19 and a half, I need 20, and 20 and a half. And the one I need most of is there, like 40 of them or 50 of them. They're all different sizes, these pins. So, but at least we got that one fixed. That's a start.